into the middle with Shazib Hassan, who fell in the first over yesterday. And as you heard from Mel Jones, they were actually 4 for 12, the Karachi Kings, and really found it almost impossible to recover. So whether that has an impact on the way they approach, I don't think that they should inhibit themselves at all. It's T20 cricket. The power play is so important, a component of your batting effort.
Yeah, with you 100%, Bish and Mel. I think he'll blow the cobwebs out, because we know what the star quality man from Jamaica can do. Great numbers, those. And then you think about the rest of the world, all those other leagues around the globe of his stats are simply extraordinary.
Well, 18 centuries in T20 competitions around the world. The only competition he hasn't scored one in, Pakistan Super League. Perfect time tonight, I think, for him to rectify that.
Shazib averaging 15, and he's up against a man who has come through the age group games of Pakistan. Anwar Ali, remember Anwar Ali from the championship winning Pakistan under 19 team led by Sarfraz Ahmed, in fact back in 2006, 2005-06 in Sri Lanka. Hasn't really bowled the big hooping in swing in recent years that he became known for, Anwar Ali. Lost that out swing, that in swing I should say.
Excited with the hair too, isn't he? The highlights in there, ready to rev it up. Anwar Ali. And I think certainly up here in the comm box, I want to see Christopher Henry Gale get going. Not a big crowd in, but I want to see this crowd get noisy here and be entertained. Here we go. Match 5.
Running.
Down to fine leg, who has some work to do. Zulfikar Baba.
Got a chuckle from up here. Chris Gale. He looked back and went, well, Hassie, do you want to come back? I don't really, but okay, I'll have to then. Yeah, tweeting, big time. Yeah, the Gale Storm. Let's see it get going. We all would like it to see it get going and get revved up.
Running.
Little bit of in swing, and that, when I first saw him as a teenager, he used to run slightly wider in the crease and really hoop it in to the stumps. He's lost that, I think, in search of trying to find one to shape away from the right-handers, but it used to be his natural delivery, stock ball.
So, Bish, were you there in Sri Lanka, the under-19s?
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, some good players there. Talked about Sarfraz Ahmed there. Cheteshwar Pujara was playing for India at that time. India-Pakistan final. India got bowled out for just over 100. A little bit of in-swing again from close to the stumps. Excellent bowling so far from Anwar.
What I like about it, it's late swing too. Often those in-swinger bowlers, it comes from the hand, so you've got plenty of time to pick up the line and length. But when it's late, it's so much harder to get into good position.
I think in that final, I think you had Rohit Sharma, I think you had Ravindra Jadeja. Our scorer will race through all the scorecards just to confirm that, but it's an action-packed and star-studded final lineup.
Running.
Nice, really good start from Anwar Ali.
Yeah, nothing outrageous. Oh, Bish! Oh. You could see that's probably the sort of outfit that you might be able to just squeeze into.
I thought it was Russell Crowe there for a moment, Gladiator.
I don't think Russell could fit into it these days.
Yeah.
Just a change in the field now with that nice in-swing, and we saw last night as well Mohamed Amir and Sohail Khan swinging the ball nicely in the evening. Anwar Ali is finding that in-swing, so cover or extra cover has moved over to mid-wicket to add some protection leg side. Nice down the line, that one. Oh, nice variation. Can't say the same about the fielding. Oh, could it? Could it? Lights went up. I think he's dropped it.
Oh, have to come upstairs. He was late to get going. And Alim Dar is here in Dubai, and he wants to go upstairs for the review. He was late to get the slide down, was Chris Gale, but I think possibly the throw as well. Does he drop it? Oops, oops. Yeah, no. Lost composure, lost the ball. He would have been out by miles, Chris Gale. So a misjudgment from Dark and Stormy, but it doesn't cost him because Anwar Ali couldn't gather the ball. So Qatar Airways' decision is green. You're good to go, Chris.
I think it's one of the areas I don't see practiced a lot at training is bowlers getting to the stumps and taking in throws for the runouts. But how many times does it happen in a game?
Running last ball.
And ball that again. There was a time that it became an important part of the routine because of the influence of limited overs cricket, whether it's T20 in the early days or 50 over cricket. Became part of the routine at practice sessions, even as far back as when we were playing. Got to get to the stumps. Look at where the ball's gone. Get to the stumps.
Yeah, I remember coaches yelling, particularly first class level, and yeah, those open wicket practices, and that was part of the drill. Guys firing in balls for that exact drill and skill to be enhanced. First one done. It's 5 for none.
Go break. Pakistan will taking a minute for you.
Both sides unchanged. Gladiators versus the Kings. Big, big names in the world of T20.
Back in 10. Stand by. Back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Everyone's back. Kion comes.
Look at the teams. Very talented Karachi lineup. And a look at Timal Mills.
One thing he doesn't lack is pace. Sussex bowler, Brisbane Heat bowler.
I think Danny Morrison's name just went into the black book.
Wouldn't be the first time, would it, Danny?
00.
I don't think he started that well yesterday, Timal Mills, but he came back at the back end at the death and got Sunil Narain, which was a very important wicket at the time because Lahore Qalandars were sort of in firing range.
When he only...
Running.
Oh, he's going to relish this, Mills, big time. He's up against one of the biggest names in the game of white ball cricket, let alone this format of 2020. So chat from the skip. It's going a long way down. Delightful, this Mel out there.
Certainly is. We've mentioned it before. Nice to see a good coverage of grass across the surface. It is a new deck. We played on pitch 2 across for the first 3, so new deck tonight for the next 3 games. And that little extra grass coverage means we'll get a little bit of extra pace through, which Mills will certainly enjoy.
And Ian Bishop as well up here. It's a good carry, Bish.
It is, and if you're getting it through rapidly, or if you're a tall fast bowler and you're able to extract bounce, it's nice. But also remember that from a batting perspective, once the bounce is true, guys who love to play the horizontal bat shot would also enjoy it if it's coming on nicely. So it generally makes for a good game of cricket. What is a pass score? Is it 160, 170, somewhere in between?
At least, I reckon, Bish. Particularly if this guy on strike gets going. He's happy really just to noodle it around and take the strike, get it back to the young fella.
It was interesting having listened to Misbah Haq at the post-match presentation from the last match. He said they were probably 20 short, so he was looking at a pass score about 180, particularly with the start that they got to 48 in the power play, having not lost a wicket.
Nice to see a couple of catches in that slip cordon for the quickie. Good over so far. Hit the bat, rushed onto the bat. That nice sound at 6 without loss after 2. Are quite seeing it as big as that after 2 overs of searching for the pace and bounce of the surface. But having spent those 2 overs out there quietly, this opening pair will now hope that they can accelerate a little bit. Anwar Ali will have something to say, because we saw the in swing and then we saw variation, 1 or 2 just holding its line.
Running.
I think I'd get another slip in here, big time, because Anwar Ali has got that shape going well. Yeah, big movement you'll see from Anwar Ali's first over that Ian Bishop was on about. Closing down the angles rather nicely. Yeah, that was a wide, but still. And there's the one that was the variation that went away. So Sarfraz has decided to only go with the 1 slip. Would love to see him be a bit more proactive here, be positive about things. Get another slip in there. Let's get rid of the big fish. Good players, Nick, good deliveries.
Hit it well enough with that big bat. It was time to tee off, having had 2 quiet overs. Gale at his best.
Boom. Well, that wasn't a nick. That is just a little chip for the big man. I reckon he got all of this. No. That's a thicker outside of the half of the blade. Still goes all the way.
Like his approach, Chris Gale, a little shimmy down the pitch too. Trying to get to the pitch, the ball. Taking away that movement across the left-hander. It's really a slip and a half in play. Quite a sort of hedging their bets there with that catching position.
Just been told that Chris Gale's hit 719 of those maximums in this form of the game, of course. Yeah, a lot of us have been fortunate enough to go to different parts of the world to watch this man in this form cut loose and smash it to all parts in 2020 cricket. We'll never forget that 175 in Bengaluru at the Chinnaswamy a couple of years ago. Smoked it to all parts.
It was tough commentating on it because you had to find numerous ways to describe a boundary, and you just ran out of descriptions after a while.
Running.
Should just be one.
Yeah, I'm going to get confirmation here from Mazza, our stats guru. I reckon it was about 17 maximums that day, Bish, at 175. He's going to hunt that out. Meantime, here in 2017, Pepsi Catch a Craw, sharing the winnings. Bring along your catching hands. He's having another chat. Shazad. Stop moaning, boy. Get on with the game.
Running.
It's nice and lofted. It's a nice quick hands, doesn't he?
Well, I thought he got caught out of position to start with, but the speed of his hands through the ball was fantastic. Full straight line delivery, didn't try and overhit it, just knew he had to clear the inner field, and when you time it that well, it's always going to go all the way.
The other thing it underlines for me is that you don't have to rush and go crazy in the first 2 overs of 2020. Have a look, have a sighter. Get the feel, the pace of the pitch, and who's bowling at you.
I'll mention that to Brendan McCullum when next I see him. 18 without loss after 3.
Go break.
If only. Gladiators.
I remember a few batsmen back in the 80s and 90s with all that gear on, Bish, facing you. Needed every ounce of padding. Mills again.
Running.
Oh, good hands from the batsman. That still goes for 4. We talked about bat speed. Totally a length back, I say.
Wow. It wasn't a hard volley, but it slid on nicely. That pace and that wrist work. Unique to the subcontinent, as we all know and appreciate. Great stuff. Well, how's your hands feeling?
Top 5 in T20 of the quickest hands, the quickest bat speeds in this format of the game. I've got 2. I've got Brendan McCullum and Chris Lynn in there. You guys give me 2 more or 3 more. Now he's pulled his length back, but he's managed to work that backward a square, and Zulfikar Baba does well.
Oh, Zulfi, the size 11s. Yeah, Amir liked it. He's he's not that young anymore, no spring chicken, but he's got the sprinting shoes on tonight.
So you're looking for 2 more, at least 3 more batters in the top order with the quickest hands through the ball.
Visiting cricketIF.com. Through the line again, hasn't middled it, but he still gets 4. That is tremendous.
Well, the second over, Mills' second over, just 1 run coming from it. Then all of a sudden, they've followed it up with runs galore. Hit it at the top of the rise, too. All Mills can do is just stand and watch.
Running.
Old nutmeg. Well played, Christopher. Straight up. Brilliant. He wants it himself. Mills. Cotton bowled. Has the last laugh. Gets his man. Comes round the wicket. Changes it up. Smart thinking from Mills. Takes the high fives from his teammates. And the big smile is back from the big lefty out of the UK. And Shazam Hassan for 19. His little cameo comes to an end. First one down for the Kings, 28 for 1.
Babar Azam is the new batsman. He only got one yesterday.
And he only got one because Ian Bishop. Great change of pace, really well bowled. Got a little bit of tap early in his over, 4, 2 and 4 from the first 3 deliveries. And then fought back well. Yeah, he's happy with that.
I'll tell you why I like that slow ball in a moment. Yeah, nice pulling back of the length. Man in close, good attacking intent. What I like about the slow ball was the length. It's okay just bowling a slow ball. If it's too full, you can just get smacked down the ground. But look at the length of it. And the width, just full enough to encourage him to go for the slash. And he had to adjust and he couldn't. Brilliant bowling by Mills.
Last ball.
Classic stuff. Fast man, new ball bowler, but you've got to have a repertoire of slower deliveries, change of angle. And he bowls a beauty from out of the back of the hand as Mills, often with the seam up. Gale on strike. Here's another slow one.
That's you.
Gale equal to it. 4 done, it's 30 for 1.
Favourites of that section of the crowd. Quetta Gladiators. Ranjan, best team of the PSL. Quetta Gladiators, best of luck. And they won yesterday. Will they be challenged today? Section 134 loves them. Just Anjan. And again, rewind the victory, they say. Rewind the victory. Can they rewind the victory? Beat them twice last year, Quetta Gladiators did over the Karachi Kings.
Here's Bubba. Looking forward to this. Oh, catch those, Sylphie. Well, minus a digit or two. Clip down the ground. That's all it was. Wow.
we'd call this short hands in Australia. Oh, Mullane Wano. Oh, probably best not to. I've got to bowl another 4 overs. Yeah.
He has definitely taken the hands out of the way there, Zulfikar. Yeah, good numbers these. The flight right, pace right. So many caught and bowls from Zulfikar over the years.
Bish, you know Chris Gale quite well. I'm interested in his approach when he hasn't scored runs in a game. Does he just put it aside? Does he stew on it a little bit? Does he change things up much?
I think early in the tournament, I think he's strong enough and he's had enough reps over his career to trust himself to back his process of taking a couple of overs to get himself in.
Away with that. HBL drone just hovering, sneaking around this great stadium. Wonderful vista because of the drone cam.
Running.
Yes, buddy. Coming, boys. Come on, boys.
Running.
Yourself.
Last ball.
Couple of watchful deliveries, isn't it? As Babar comes out to the middle, one of the top 4 that fell 4 for 12 in their first game.
Running. Last ball.
Only one. Tisara, come.
That's the over.
So 4 off the 5th, 34 for 1.
Go break. Back in 10. Back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back.
You get some fabulous pictures through this HBL drone. Different angles being exposed. It is pretty chilly out there. Cold breeze blowing, so some of the cameramen high up in there alongside the ceiling would be feeling the pinch. He's a good player, very stylish, very well balanced at the crease, Babar Azam. But still to make his presence felt in T20 cricket.
Certainly arrived at one-day international level. Views in Pakistan, cricketgateway.com and PSL T20.com. International viewers, cricketgateway.com as well. Babar Azam already has 4 international ODI centuries. But yes, maybe this format you need to hit the ground running and hit those big shots. Haven't seen that as yet.
Running.
Well, the chef is there also to feed Wilco.
4 by 3. Running.
Soft dismissal. And done by variation. Pereira is a smart cookie. And Chris Gale could never get going. He was looking rusty, looking just a little bit hesitant, circumspect. And it was Pereira who had the better of him in his follow-through, taking a Nice little catch is gone for 10, and it's 35 for 10. She's fixated.
Back at 10.
Listen, leg stump. 2 legs, please.
5,
Just
4,
position away.
3,
Just
2,
2 legs.
1. He runs back. Kyon comes.
2 down as the captain walks in, marking his guard, Kumar Sangakkara, and that's a bit of an issue for Karachi Kings. Gale is not firing, he's looking a little rusty. Kumar Sangakkara not amongst runs, bats at number 4, which is a critical position.
Well, he'll know a lot about the bowler,
My end.
Mr. Pereira, but this is Chris Gale with his feet stuck in cement. He hasn't gone anywhere, has he, Baz?
Just a little cutter. The ball didn't arrive for him, and the universe boss just pushed at it. Nothing short, really.
I think digging in is not his cup of tea. I think he needs to go out there and just express himself. Full stop. He gets it wrong when he wants to see the pitch, see the conditions, assess the bowling, and then go hard. Just not Chris Gale.
Running. Last ball. That's the over.
After 6, it's 37 for 2.
Go break. Pakistan will try for a minute break for you.
Asad.
10 forward.
Spectacular view of the Dubai Cricket Stadium, courtesy HBL drone cam.
No, they're
Asad.
running.
Oh.
Looks like we
Good side.
should be
Normal. Yes, fine.
back
Shabash,
in
son.
10. Stand by to crash. Yeah, crash running.
Hassan Khan is the left arm spinner who impressed with his left arm spin in the first game. Selfie moment. Q Mobile selfie moment. Yeah, looking okay. Don't worry about it.
Running.
Yeah, ठीक है, शाबाश, ठीक है.
Down the ground for a run, Kumar Sangakkara. It's an excellent way to get going.
Big slap sweep coming, lad. Big slap sweep coming, lad. Come on, boys.
Running.
Oh, yes, buddy. Lovely bowling.
Keeping it simple, bowling within the stumps, not spinning a lot, but he seems to be disciplined and accurate, and seems to have a good, strong temperament as well. Not easy
Oh,
to be
yes,
bowling
buddy.
at this
Yes,
level
buddy.
with so much of ease and confidence.
156 in the first game was chased down easily. Post-match Misbah said 20 light. So you're looking at 170.
Ahmed.
But with this
Yeah,
start
Ahmed, come on.
and with this bowling attack and just
Leg up.
2 wickets pegging them back. I think they'll have to bat really well to get to 170.
Come on, Ahmed.
Last ball. Running. Last ball.
Very good start.
That's zero.
Just 5 runs in that over. It's 42 for 2.
Go break.
Gulfi bhai.
Karachi Kings gang, led by the owner Salman Iqbal. Need a bit of a push. 8 from 12 is Babar Azam. Steady start, and Kumar Sangakkara going at a strike rate of 100.
Nah, Gulfi bhai. Shabash.
Well, against Lahore, the Qalandars, Zulfikar was attacked by Brendan McCullum and by Jason Roy, but he stuck at it, and I think he bowled his 4 straight off, which I thought was a little bit of a surprise. He went for about 25 in his first 2, but they stuck at it. Don't think they hold him back. I think he likes to get through his 4 at the top of the order.
Yourself.
What is he, 37, 38 these days? Zulfikar?
I think so, yeah.
Running.
Ahmed. Well done, Ahmed.
That's excellent work in the field. You got to do that. The pressure is on Karachi Kings. They need to find the gaps. Sangakkara is keen on just rotating the strike. He'll do that early in the innings. So you got to read the mind of the batsman, what he wants to do.
Running.
Well done, Ahmed.
I feel they could have tinkered with the batting order a bit. I'd like to know your thoughts on it. Because both of these, Sangakkara and Babar Azam, they bat in a similar sort of fashion, so similar strike rates. Maybe a promotion for Shoaib Malik.
See, I asked this question to Mickey Arthur, in fact. Would you believe it? And he said that they were 2 games away from getting the rhythm and everything back together because Chris Gayle is a little hesitant. And Sangakkara obviously is not a regular in this circuit. Or he did play and couldn't perform. He was keen that this combination will deliver. Even a Pollard infusion or inclusion at this stage wouldn't hurt a lot. Just change the gallop a little. 46 for 2.
Go break. They'll be ready now. Go for 30 only. Go for 30 only. Another 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Runs back. Kyon.
You should look at that batting lineup with Pollard at 7.
Yeah, well bowled, Riley.
He does go low down the order with Mumbai Indians in the IPL. I'd like to see him going a little bit higher than that, than 7. It's a fantastic view across Dubai from the HBL drone cam. Much cooler day today here in Dubai. Can't bowl there, short and wide. Beats the man and brings up the 50.
Yeah, Sarfraz not happy with that effort. It was hit extremely hard, and once that fielder at point was beaten, it was always going to be touch and go for the man in the deep.
Running. Running.
Need to put runs on the board, and plenty of them. This is a very good batting strip. Remains that way for day one. Day two, it gets a bit slower. I think they probably will use this again for tomorrow's game. It's a brand new surface. Ball is coming onto the bat nicely. No sideways movement, hardly any spin. They can boss the bowling quite easily, but somehow I think there is clearly hesitancy from Sangakkara, and Babar is going at almost run a ball at this stage, not enough.
Last ball.
Just 4 boundaries and a 6 in the first 9 overs or so, just not good enough.
Running. Last ball.
Yeah, well bowled. Very well bowled.
That's the over.
Right, it's 55 for 2 after 9.
Go break. Back in 10. Back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're back.
Karachi Kings going at a run rate of 6.11. Right, let's go downstairs to Zainab.
The winner of Pepsi Catch a Crore is here with me. सैयद नकवी मेरे साथ इस वक्त मौजूद हैं. सबसे पहले तो ये बताइए कि 1 करोड़ जीतने के बाद फीलिंग क्या होती है?
1 करोड़ आपको पता है बहुत बड़ी रकम है, और हमारे ख़ास तौर पर पाकिस्तान में बेचारे जो गरीब लोग हैं उनके लिए बहुत बड़ी रकम है 1 करोड़ रुपए. लेकिन ये कि मैं खुशनसीब हूँ इस वक्त, समझ लें कि, और मेरी वाइफ ने जो है मुझे कल एमरजेंसी में मुझसे कहा कि नहीं आप आइए. वो यहाँ पर मौजूद थी पहले से, तो उन्होंने कहा कि आप आइए. तो मैं कल ही यहाँ पे पहुँचा था लंदन से, तो बस ये आज मैच देखने आए.
अच्छा ये बताइए कि जब आपने कैच पकड़ा, क्या उस वक्त आपकी पोजीशनिंग क्या थी, या क्या सोचा था कि ये बॉल मेरी तरफ आ रही है? उस वक्त क्या सोच रहे थे?
आपको पता है जब इंसान मैच देखने के आता है तो क्रिकेट का क्योंकि शौकीन हूँ मैं, और कोई मैच सोचता हूँ कि भाई ना मिस हो. तो जब मैच देख रहा था तो गेंद के ऊपर ही नज़र होती है, बॉलिंग पे और बैटिंग पे. कैच जब आ रहा था तो मुझे ये फील हुआ जैसे कि ये कैच वाकई मेरी तरफ आ रहा है, और इसकी हाइट ऐसी है कि मैं उसे कैच कर सकता हूँ. थोड़ा सा आगे था लेकिन मैं ऊपर था, तो मैंने थोड़ा सा अपने आप को बैंड करके नीचे की तरफ करके वो कैच किया और कैच कर लिया.
चलें, एंजॉय द मनी, वेल डन.
थैंक यू वेरी मच, सो काइंड ऑफ यू, थैंक यू. और मैं इतना ज़रूर कहना चाहूँगा कि जो हमारे पाकिस्तान के सारे मैचेस हो रहे हैं, सब टीमों को, सब लोगों को ये चाहिए कि यहाँ पर सारी टीमों को सपोर्ट करें. थैंक यू.
चले, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया.
थैंक यू.
Very well done, very well done. Ahmed, थोड़ा सर्किल से Ahmed.
Appeared to be very excited. Wasn't willing to leave the mic. There he goes. That's more like it. Sangakkara hitting his first 6. It's a graceful shot when he hits. It stays hit because everything was so right about that shot. The power behind it, the footwork, the elegance. Glorious hit.
Left arm spin ball turning back into him. Comes down the track and deposited out of the ground. Much needed maximum.
Running.
Yeah, well done, well done. इधर आसन.
Last ball.
शाबाश नवाज, शाबाश.
Hit it with the spin.
ये बॉल अच्छा करना, ये वाला शाबाश.
It's gone.
थोड़ा बाहर जाना आसान. शाबाश बेटा, शाबाश.
Running. Last ball.
Well done, very well done.
That's over.
Right, 64 for the loss of 2 after 10 overs.
Go break. So that counted Naveen because we did not put a
Ball-by-ball action, cricketgif.com. And we're halfway through the overs here. 10 overs gone. And Karachi 65 for 2, searching for their first win of the tournament. They were disappointing game 1, only putting on 118. That man there wasn't disappointing. He was the life of the party. Wears his heart on his sleeve. Looks a little bit nervous today, Sir Vivian.
Running.
Oh, a little bit short. He's found the gap, and it's a good boundary.
Yeah, races away. I tell you what, these overs are racing away. I just felt like we were in the seat just moments ago with the opening 5 overs. Suddenly, we're into over 11. Can't bowl there, Zulfi. Disappear time.
Good footwork again. That's what I really enjoyed watching Babar when he was in Australia recently. Not as much during the test matches, but during the one-day series. Footwork was fantastic. And interesting then, Kumar Sangakkara just giving him a little bit of support, just saying, come on, let's run really fast, keep the energy up. Mobile cue selfies going on all over the place. It's the fine sweep, it's beaten short fine, and is this the innings that is going to get Kumar Sangakkara back into some form? He moves to 21 from 16.
Well, it was a bit too full to do this, but not if you're Kumar Sangakkara. Paddle around the corner, hit it a bit later. Thanks for coming. 4 more, 10 off, 2 to go. Yeah, keep working, buddy.
Fights back, better line, better length.
Yeah, hang time was there, wasn't it? It was slow. The last one from Zulfikar. Into the 20s, these two. Nice little partnership blooming.
Short again, shouts of catch it, but nowhere near a fielder. And so it'll be a single off the last 11 from it. 75 on the board.
Go break. Now we need to do HPL, VIP box. Yeah. And then we need to do obviously bridges and streaming. Then
Karachi Kings have rectified from their first game. 4 for 12 they were in the power play. They've been so much better today. 2 big overs of 12 in the power play. And they're just building up now in the last 3 overs as well. Partnership now moving to 40 from 33. Pereira taking the pace off once again.
Oh, selfie city. It's everywhere. Yeah, g'day. Enjoy the size of that phone.
Running.
Change of pace again. It's through Pereira in a heartbeat. He's already taken a blinder today. Got the wicket of Gale.
Yeah, it went back quickly, but just as I look at the field that he has set, at least for Sangakkara, I'm not sure it'll be the same for Babar Azam. He's got a short third man, short fine leg, so he doesn't really want to give any width, well, particularly off stump, down the leg side is a wide. But he's got his protection down here where that flew past him too quickly. You'd say it's a catch, so his protection is down the ground at mid-wicket and deep extra cover. It's either straight or pace off the ball.
Change of pace once again, and it looks as if just the changes between the day game and the night game, the approach particularly by the bowlers has just shifted a little bit. First game the bowlers, particularly the pace bowlers, were bowling into the pitch. Looks as if Pereira's just taking the pace off, running his fingers across the seam occasionally.
Running.
Follows him, well bowled.
Sangers, he'll come back for two and has to hustle. Gets there quite comfortably in the end, but he had to put the skates on. Good recovery in the field, come in. Big KP. He made Sangakkara hustle back for the second.
And Sangakkara set the tone only an over ago, saying to Baba, "You got to get going. Come on, let's really push them." So he's certainly leading from the front. Gives himself some space to Sangakkara. Is it out? It is. Well, the start that he's got after some poor form comes to an end. Pereira once again chipping in with the big wicket. He got Gale. He now has the skipper, Kumar Sangakkara. Captain, he's still leading from the front because he was saying to the shed, "We want the big man, bring in Pollard." He goes for 25, the score's 79 for 3. Pereira, how well has he bowled? He's picked up 2 key wickets here for the Gladiators. Best seat in the house there, the HBL box.
Running, last ball.
Pace off once again.
That's the over. Yeah.
80 for 3.
Go break.
I'll find it.
Need those stats. Yeah, that's right, Ned. For 3, and I tell you what, the events crowd and people here at the stadium, Mel Jones, have got Ian Bishop's outfit. Bish, This guy is for you because I reckon you'll be able to fit in that. Got a little single here out in the centre, but I tell you what, up here in the combox, it's all go. I reckon you can fit in that, big man. What do you reckon?
A little bit shorter than I thought, but he's as wide as he is tall.
Jeez. Six-pack. Come in, buddy. Do you want to come in? Come in and join Bish. Yeah, I reckon you fit. Look, it's there. It's made for you. Get into the seat, bro. Hop in there. That's it. Jump in. Get in there. I know you're strong and solid. Don't bite me. Sit down. Brilliant. Bish, what do you reckon? Here you go. Oh, carving it to pieces.
It's a good commentator, that fellow. Less is more.
Running.
Yeah. आजा स्लिप में असद शाबाश जुल्फी भाई इसको डॉट होनी चाहिए इसको शाबाश
I've got him. I think I've got him.
Bish, I think you've got him. I think you do. That's all the gym work.
Yeah, I think they need some muscle out in the middle there as well. I think the Karachi Kings really do need to get things kicking over the last 6 overs or so as Sangakkara went not that long ago.
Well, good footwork again, and it's going to be coverage on the boundary.
Last one.
Well, we're going to say thank you very much for coming up to see us here, Gladiator. Fantastic to also see that Ian Bishop has bigger muscles than you. We'll be talking about this for many days to come.
Running. Last ball.
Go boy.
And it'll be a single to finish off a very entertaining over. That's 6 from it, and it's 86 for 3.
Go break.
Good last over. The 13th, just 6 singles coming from it. And it looks as if Tymal Mills is now going to come back on. Let's see if he can follow that over up. Good crowd coming in to support the Gladiators. And nice to see also that Kieran Pollard has a spare stump so he can mark, sorry, spare bail. It's a very small stump, isn't it? Spare bail to come out and mark guard.
Running.
Well worked. He had a slight little run-in with the umpires the other day because he wasn't allowed to use the bails that are on the stumps at the moment because they're the light-up stumps. Didn't want to break those. So he's come prepared today.
Yeah, it's something I asked Kumar Sangakkara at the post-match ceremony last night because Pollard had a quick-fire innings towards the end of their match one where they scored 118. I asked him if Pollard maybe thought about bringing him in earlier, and he wasn't very forthcoming, Sangakkara, but he recognises that Pollard's striking the ball nicely. Not guarantee that he'll score today. I think it's a good move given that they need some impetus in the innings. In theory, may not come off.
I like the way you said in theory there, Bish, because I've got a bit of Arsenal here and he's on now. And that's Mills. because anything whistling around the ears or around the grill, difficult for anyone, let alone Pollard, who's not the greatest in terms of playing pull shots and hook shots. So hence Mills back into the attack from Sarfraz.
Running.
Excellent call.
Just also goes to show that the captain out in the middle isn't just captaining while they're fielding, also when batting. Right, okay, I'm out. What's the next best move? Next best move is to bring that man in, Corin Pollard.
But it's such an asset for Mills as well when he's bowling at 140, 45 clicks. Anyone who bowls at that pace, and then they've got a slower ball that drops down to 110, 115, really messes up your stroke play.
Running.
Oh, it's in the air, one bounce. He's doing some good work here, Mills.
Yeah, his stock ball on the left of screen, and then the slower ball out of the back of the hand. And you can go back to Merv Hughes, a former Australian fast bowler, Steve Waugh, Mark Waugh, who bowled that back of the arm slow ball. So it's not a new phenomenon. It has been around since the mid-80s, late 80s. It's just been so many variations of slower balls in the modern game, in addition to that one.
Oh, if he hits. Oh. And I suppose with the slower ball, it's what suits you, isn't it? We look at Dwayne Bravo. He doesn't bowl out of the back of the hand, but he's certainly got enough of them to make a difference.
Yeah, I actually tried this one, having watched Mark and Steve and Merv do it back in the day, and nearly wrenched my shoulder out. You've really got to be supple and not only just letting it go, but letting it go and landing it on the correct length is a phenomenal skill from Tymal Mills.
Running last ball.
Some width and not put away. Two very good overs on the trot. Just one coming from that Mills over. 3 down for 87.
Go break. No, after this over. So, Pakistan running for a minute, wait for you. 10 forward.
Batting order of starts so far. 19 to Shazad and Gale a start again, but not going on.
15.
Gladiators have done exceptionally well on the last 2 overs, just 7 runs coming from it. So now the pressure being put back onto the Karachi Kings here to get this foundation that they've got at the moment really pushing on onwards and upwards. Nawaz with his left arm tweakers. Some space. Does he give himself Pollard? And he gives him a lot of space a long way back.
Holy schmoly! Has he got hold of this? Put on your helmets up there in the second tier, because Pollard is here. Oh yeah. Sheer brute force from KP of the KKs.
Sheer muscle, wasn't it? Wasn't a half volley at all. It was well and truly on the rise. He just stayed with the shot, hit it beautifully. Pressure now back on Nawaz.
Running.
Flatter, quicker, and it's gone just as quick to the boundary. Well, after 2 very good overs for the Gladiators, Corin Pollard said enough is enough, and he's on the charge.
Yeah, on the charge with the cool and cool downtown. Get out the way, Babar Azam. Watch out. Because Pollard is on the charge. Sarfraz. Positivities for his bowler. Get back in the over, he says. 10 off 2.
Long on and long off. Just coming slightly straighter. Then joining deep backward square and mid-wicket and cover on the boundary. He's gone straight again, but that position has picked it out beautifully. It's Kevin Peterson on the boundary. Pollard's tried to go one more time too many. And Nawaz has fought back beautifully. The over started with a 6, then a 4, and then the big wicket of Pollard. KP for the Kings departs for 14 off 7. Karachi Kings are 3 shy of 140. Nawaz has 3 more deliveries in his successful over so far, and I say successful because he's picked up Curran Pollard. He got a little bit of tap early, went for a 6 and a 4, then got the wicket. It means that Shoaib Malik now comes to the crease. Healthy average, 25. Batted well the other night. Can he back it up tonight? Well, he certainly can if he keeps going like that. If you don't mind, very first ball, biggest 6 of the night.
Shoaib, what did you have for dinner tonight? Dyslexic, 100 up for the team. We were just saying off air in the strategic timeout, here's a guy that likes to get a sighter, work his way in, take his time. Well, hello. How's the strike rate, folks? It's 600 and some.
But you were the one that said there have to be batsmen that have to be adaptable to different positions of the game, even if he favours taking his time to get in. There may be a match like this one where he has to come in and from the wood go have a dip.
Well, we've seen it in the Caribbean Premier League, haven't we, Bish? And he's done it there for the Tridents in Barbados. He is very adaptable, almost could nickname him the chameleon. He is a heck of a talent, is Shoaib Malik.
Nicely worked to the onside for 1. 5 overs to go here. Score of 150 is on the cards if they can keep going. 105 for 4.
Go break.
It was business as usual, except that 4 wickets didn't go down in the first 4 or 5 overs, but it's once again been a dismal performance with the bat on a good pitch. 105 for the loss of 4.
Back in 10.
The run rate is 7.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse back. Cue.
Nawaz has been expensive, going at over 13 and over. Anwar Ali coming back on again. Economy of 8.5. Yeah, I didn't catch it in the middle of the bat. And Kevin Peterson took it calmly, easily. Watched the ball come and melt in his palm. Gladiators once again putting up a very fine show here. They don't seem to have great marquee players as such, but they seem to get the job done.
Running.
Agree with that statement wholeheartedly. they seem to find a way to win games. And with their owner as well, he stressed on the point that he runs a lot of cricket in Karachi. So these boys, Anwar Ali, Sarfraz, they've played a lot together. So the basic core of the team is the same. So these are players who've grown up together. So the team spirit is very much there. And they, although underrated, they seem to perform impeccably well.
Running.
On the pads and a flick into the gap. Wrong line from Anwar Ali. But you tend to do that when somebody of Shoaib Malik's caliber is batting against you, because he's got so many options as a strike force that you tend to become just a little bit negative and lose the plot.
Ball by ball.
For ball by ball action, I can't pronounce what is written underneath that. Visit Cricindigif, I think.
Gateway running.
And you know this, viewers in Pakistan, I'm sure you'll all be locked on to this website.
Well, ball.
That's a proper tennis forehand, that last shot.
No. ये निकल के मारेगा फिर इधर ये.
Alright, cricketgateway.com. Watch the game live for international viewers. cricketgateway.com.
Running.
Yeah, that's how he started the other day, with a straight drive, then a pull,
10 on this. 8.
then down the ground 6,
4. 3.
then a smash over covers.
Last ball.
Babar Azam has played a lot of deliveries, 34 for just 30, and he needs to crank it up a bit. Can't afford to go at that pace in the last part of the innings. Need a 4 or a 6 from him very soon. Inside edge, that'll do the job nicely. Must be frustrating for the bowler, but batsman will take it. 114 for the loss of 4.
That's 2 ball 1. Back in 5. Now it is saying.
So what are we looking at? Karachi Kings projected score 9 over 150, 11 158. Going at 7.13. So got to aim between 9 and 11 and over.
Well, Babar's got the foundation here. He's got to find a couple of extra gears very quickly. He's faced 34 balls. He's hit just 2 boundaries.
We need to do 5.
So he's got to find something a little bit
per innings.
through the gearbox now. He's been in 2nd or 3rd gear. He's got to find 5th and 6th quickly.
There's your wish, Wilker. He's found the 5th gear. Now maybe the 6th gear. On the pads, a low full toss put away very nicely by settled Babar Azam.
Yeah, Baba, shabash, Baba, shabash. Some more of those on Rambo.
Become a Desi Gora.
The Desi Gora.
Running.
Desi Gora.
Be ready for Pepsi Catch a Karor. You already had 1 entry made today.
Rambo,
Yes.
Samjal, please. Samjal.
Oh, what I said?
Yes.
Desi is like rustic,
Silver.
silver, fox. Gora is Gora. Gora is
I
you.
know what a Gora.
Yeah, you know what a Gora is.
Desi Gora. Need a few sixes to go into the stands to get our chaps onto the Kacha Koror, the Pepsi competition.
Pereira from round the wicket is basically just blowing slow deliveries. Back of the hand, front of the hand, but no pace on the ball. Still have batsmen in the hutch, but you need somebody to come in and just go from ball one. Imad Wasim could do that.
Running.
Two challenging the outfielder, throw on the bounce, misses the target. Very good running, desperate running from the pair.
Riley Rousseau scored 60 in the first match for Quetta against Lahore yesterday. Good running this. The throw needed to be just a little bit short in the stumps. You either take it on the after the first bounce.
There's a straight drive. Kevin Peterson gets around that one very easily, leisurely almost.
I would think, Rambo, he's not going to play the same shot that we saw from KP yesterday.
Right, Babar Azam 1,000 runs in T20s, 37th match. So he's progressing, but he just needs to lift his run rate if he is to become a good T20 player. Yeah, KP was rather disappointing in the last game. Nothing disappointing about this one, or is it? Yes, taken in the deep. He's out. Didn't connect it properly, Shoaib Malik, but he had to really go for broke. Mohammad Nawaz is the fielder who has taken a good catch. Shoaib Malik could have been extremely dangerous for them, but he's gone. Had no option but to hit the ball hard after scoring 15 of 8 balls. 1, 2, 3 for 5 Kings. You've got to admire that view. Every time it is visible, you just are in awe of it. HBL drone cam is presenting that spectacular picture. Right, who is in next? Ravi Bopara is in. I'm sure he'll be up for a few fireworks. Shortened the length, slow delivery, deceived him with the length.
Went for the Yorker, toe end off the bat, Shoaib Malik. That's why it didn't really go anywhere. Nawaz easily underneath that. He's eyeing that mid-wicket fence. He fancies clearing it all the time.
Running.
Another play and miss. Kings can't afford this. Needs to get going. Ravi Bopara had a wonderful season with them last year. Bowled well, batted beautifully, captained them also in the last part of the tournament. Declared player of the tournament.
Just seems that all throughout this innings, Karachi Kings have been behind the 8 ball.
I think they've got to do something with the batting order. It's as simple as that. Sangakkara is not in 6 hitting form, and Chris Gayle has looked out of touch. Fine leg was brought in, and he has bowled a bad delivery. Just not done.
It's gone for that slower bouncer, and all Bopara had to do is get it past short fine leg. And he's done exactly that, and it's easy pickings for a guy of Bopara's class.
Slow bouncer, I like that term. Used to be called a long hop. Bowler, I mean, he almost bruised his toes bowling it. It was so short. It was like a hit-me ball.
Yeah, we get the point, Wilco, that you didn't like it. It's a single. Babar Azam has to fire now, otherwise it will be too late for him to get this total propelled to 150.
Rabbi, you bowled little sort of dibbly-dobblers, didn't you?
In my dreams. Yeah, I mean, as a decent net bowler, yeah, at times leg spin, at times bit of reverse. Now, obviously Wilco doesn't like this line. He's not happy. We're not happy as well.
Babar Azam would be happy though.
Who have we got there? Somebody's been crushed in there. Let's see who's under that massive helmet. He's one of us. Somehow he's got to get it off for people to see who the culprit is. Doesn't time it to perfection. They're coming back for the second and just makes his ground in time.
Excellent running.
It's 134 for the loss of 5.
Go. Running.
Delivery play only a single, but this is, folks, this is more interesting than what you're seeing. Here he comes. His head is being dissolved. He evaporated.
7, 6. Running.
Danny Morrison, Bargle. Bargle.
Babar has hit a 6 in the meantime and has pushed himself to 50. Yeah, here it comes. Sikh motor oil truck firing away.
Danny's in the truck. Get him out of the ground.
Took a long time coming, this 6. Set up very nicely and hit it sweetly.
Running.
Non-striker's end. He's not been able to collect the ball again. He's appealing for it. Oh, I think it's gone. I think Babar Azam gave himself out. I'm not too sure whether he's out or not. whether the ball was in the hands when the stumps were broken, but anyways, he's walking back. So given out. Run out for 50. It's 1-4-1 for 6.
Live stream and Pepsi. Yeah. Stand by to crash. One batsman is crash running.
Ravi Bopara drives the ball and into the gap. What a classic piece of batting from him. Came down the crease and found the angle. Right, this was the run out there. And yeah, I think he's done well. Thisara Pereira had the ball in his hands when the zingers were off.
Running.
Yeah, very good pickup and run out in the end. Another chance, but the throw was wayward, so you've got to be more vigilant than that. Get rid of the ball quickly and feel well under pressure. This is pressure now. Kings looking for every possibility to rotate the strike, if not hit a 4 or a 6.
Running. Last ball.
Oh, what a shot that is. Risty and classical once again from Ravi Bopara. 17 runs from the over. 150 is raised. 151 for the loss of 6.
We need one Brand Magic, one Pepsi, one live stream.
Oh, lefty. Sorry. Yeah.
15.
Get off up. Over to the left and last one.
10. Back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're back. Kieran comes.
Yeah, a bit of recovery there. Karachi Kings reaching 150. Imad Wasim yet to face a delivery. He's on strike and he can strike them big as well.
Running.
There's that drive. Ravi Bopara was halfway through when that ball was being collected by the fielder at mid-off. He wanted the strike badly.
Need to be in good form in T20 cricket as the batsman, and maybe Karachi Kings just missed a trick. Maybe a promotion for Shoaib Malik or even Bopara, who batted well in that last game. They are getting a decent target on, but still just feel that maybe they would have gone harder a little earlier.
That's taken safely by Zulfikar Baba. Ravi Bopara could have hurt them more, but it's a precious wicket and a very good catch. A wicket at any stage is welcome, especially if you are the in-form batsman, and Ravi Bopara in the last over played wonderfully, gone for 16. It's 152 for the loss of 7. Sohail Khan is in, the next man for the Kings. He can hit the ball hard, Sohail Khan, and I'm sure he'll be warming up to the task. How many balls left here? 4 to go.
Running.
Only be a single. So Ravi Bopara was shaping up so nicely. Pulled this one straight down the throat of the fielder at fine leg, made room, wanted to maybe hit it through the offside, then got a little stumped by the line and length. And well bowled Mills. I think he got the better of the batsman, out-thought him.
It's got good pace, and that back of the hand slow one. Just the ideal T20 bowler.
Running.
Oh, almost a stunning catch. Really was an excellent effort. Asad Shafiq there. At point that was slashed extremely hard. He's become a really good fielder now, Asad Shafiq. Very fit and agile, and have a look at that one. Yeah, airborne and almost taking a stunning catch.
But once you go length, the batsman always, with that length, will have some leeway to hit the ball, and Imad Wasim can hit the ball.
It's that ball again, there's no pace on it whatsoever. He does have a tremendous set of skills, Tymal Mills. But 158 for 7, you feel that it's not quite enough.
Comps, Pepsi catch.
Got the Pepsi catch a craw. If you're standing in the crowd with a decent pair of hands and you catch the ball coming your way, you stand a chance of a share of $100,000 from Pepsi. 100,000 divided amongst the catchers, the successful catchers.
Well, they can definitely catch a Danny, and they can keep him forever, for life. Another slow delivery. Just messes up the timing completely. Second run, will they be able to handle this? Gone. Sarfraz has whipped the bails off with time to spare.
Whipped them off, he's destroyed them. Well, yes, and good fielding there at the end, but the innings finishes. Karachi Kings, is it enough? 159 for 8.
Trying to steal an extra run. The non-striker was at a handshaking distance, and then Sohail Khan had to hurry, and there's Sarfraz there. Time to spare, getting rid of the batsman. Another good piece of fielding, another run out, and so they'd be pretty happy. This obviously is not a match-winning score, but they've got runs on the board. Karachi Kings need to field, need to bowl well, and hope that Gladiators would make a mistake or two and make it an interesting challenge. But keeping in mind the pitch conditions, shouldn't be a tough ask for the Gladiators.
Brilliant 50 by Babar Azam. He's here with me. Babar, ज़बरदस्त परफॉर्मेंस आपकी टीम की तरफ से, क्या कहेंगे टारगेट के बारे में?
जी काफ़ी अच्छी परफॉर्मेंस रही है, अच्छा स्टार्ट था, लेकिन अनफॉर्चुनेटली जल्दी आउट हुए। तो बस यही था कि प्लान किया था कि प्रॉपर क्रिकेट खेलनी है और जाके पूरे ओवर खेलें। तो माशाल्लाह जिस तरह अच्छा फिनिश हुआ है, इंशाल्लाह बॉलिंग हमारी ऐसे कि इंशाल्लाह डिफेंड कर दें।
अच्छा, विकेट आपको कैसी महसूस हुई जब आप बैटिंग कर रहे थे, कि इजी टू बैट ऑन?
जी बिल्कुल, विकेट काफ़ी अच्छी है और इंशाल्लाह यही है कि बॉलर हमारे, मैं पहले भी बता चुका हूँ कि बॉलर हमारे अच्छे हैं, तो इंशाल्लाह डिफेंड अच्छा करेंगे।
अच्छा, 50 आपने बनाई, टॉक अस थ्रू दैट, कि क्या सोच रहे थे, क्या स्ट्रैटेजी थी, कि किस तरह अपनी इनिंग्स को लेके चलेंगे?
बस यही था कि नॉर्मल क्रिकेट खेलनी है और जो बैट बॉल होगा उससे वो मैं अपने करूँगा, लेकिन साथ जो संगा भाई खेल रहे थे तो वो बस गाइड कर रहे थे कि काम रहो और अपना नॉर्मल क्रिकेट खेलो।
मैं आपसे यही पूछने लगी थी कि संगाकारा जैसे प्लेयर्स और क्रिस गेल जैसे प्लेयर्स के होने से कितना फ़ायदा होता है आपको?
काफ़ी फ़ायदा होता है, क्योंकि बीइंग अ जूनियर लेजेंड के साथ आप ड्रेसिंग रूम शेयर करते हैं तो काफ़ी कुछ सीखने को मिलता है। जैसे महिला जवर्दने है, संगाकारा है, क्रिस गेल है, केविन पोलार्ड है, तो काफ़ी कुछ सीखने को मिलता है।
ऑस्ट्रेलिया में भी आपकी ज़बरदस्त परफॉर्मेंस थी, तो क्या कहेंगे, उस फॉर्म ने आपको हेल्प आउट किया?
जी डेफिनेटली काफ़ी उस परफॉर्मेंस से हेल्प मिली है। बस यही है कि कंटिन्यू मैं उसी परफॉर्मेंस को कर रहा हूँ, इंशाल्लाह आगे भी परफॉर्म करूँ।
बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया बाबर एंड ऑल द बेस्ट।
थैंक यू।
35 seconds.
Right, then let's have a look at how the bowlers performed. They weren't too bad actually. 2 wickets for Mills. He was outstanding with his variations. 3 for Pereira. He always picks up wickets. Nawaz, the
strikers to do it. Now, Shazad, we know what he's capable of, but we've got Shafiq out there too. So you look at the rehashing of the batting order of both sides. He's laying down the law here as Kumar Sangakkara wanting his men to pull together and make this count. They've got runs on the board, and I think now in this time of the evening, match 2 of a double header, and we've seen what happens in the evening in the swing. The likes of Sohail and Amir extracted yesterday was quite outstanding. So expect big things from the new ball pairing again. Was a delight to watch here yesterday. So I think the Gladiators have got a bit on their plates just quietly. G'day, Mel.
Well, for once, Danny, I agree with you. There you go. They've improved 118 in the first game up to 159. Probably still a little bit behind par, but as you said, Sohail and Amir were absolutely outstanding the other night. They swung the ball. They asked a lot of questions. And if they can pick up a couple of early wickets here, they're in with a big show.
Well, he's such a good striker as Shazad up against his countryman. Mohammad Amir coming from the Sports City end. If you like the pavilion end, players get changed, and the broadcasting end here at this fabulous stadium. Bit of ball-by-ball action. Yeah, get into cricketgift.com. 2 slips in.
Running.
And it's going to be Shafiq to face the music. Solid immediately. So 8s from the get-go.
Take a bow, Papara as well. Fabulous bit of fielding. They're going to have to field exceptionally well. You can either watch it here with us at the moment, or if you're in Pakistan, you can watch through cricketgateway.pk or pslT20.com. And everyone else outside of Pakistan, international viewers through cricketgateway.com.
Running.
Oh, a bit of width and no swing. Only swing off the blade. First runs are a boundary. And immediately the bowler wants to change with the field.
Brilliant dive to the right on the first delivery from Bopara. Cannot dive to the left and save this one though. Fantastic adjustment on the shot. Just waited for it a fraction longer. Hit it closer to his back leg, which opened up the squarer side of the field.
Yeah, so he says, look, let's take a slip out. Mate, come on, back yourself, Amir. I tell you what, you get that radar right. handful, this lefty. There's a change up, beautiful. That's better. So just the one slip with Gale. Pack that offside. Selfies galore. And the Pepsi Catch-A-Craw. 6 into the stands. Bit of money up for grabs just quietly. Little 100k. Courtesy of Pepsi. Seen a couple of good catches already in this first weekend of the Pepsi Catch-A-Craw. PSL, have to reload that one.
Decent seam position, 2 balls ago. But didn't swing a lot compared to yesterday evening, and it's amazing as to whether it's a different ball that doesn't work, maybe climatic conditions are a little cooler, doesn't facilitate swing, or it's amazing how it changes.
You're right, I know. And I'm speaking to 2 guys that probably had the pick of the balls out of the box at the start of games, but you look for, when red ball cricket, the colour, generally a deeper cherry colour, but the seam positioning as well. Is it a prominent seam on the ball? You typically like to have that early?
Different from the man on our left, Mel Jones, because he had big hands. Particularly for me, I know with wee digits, hobbit hands, I wanted something very small, so I used to go right through the whole box to find the smallest pill I could find. So, yeah, it was important. And you'd stand there, you'd pick them out of the box, you'd flick them up with your wrist and see how it came out, and a nice little proud green seam on the white ball, as opposed to the red cherry, as you mentioned, Mel. But yeah, used to get in a bit of trouble sometimes. I don't know about you, Bish, but with a lot of the white balls into a box, swapping a few from a different box, your own practice balls.
Yeah, well, wrist position is critical after you found the right ball that suits you. And I just walked past Mohamed Amir before the start of the game, and he was talking about his wrist position and how proud he is of the adjustment he's made with his wrist position over the last few months. And Pakistan fans would have heard Waqar and 1 or 2 other Pakistanis talking about his improved wrist position.
There's some swing. He's got the length right. 1 done, 6 for none.
Go break.
HBL VIP box, and aren't they loving it? Competition winners.
Another 20 for Pakistan.
It is a great little posse to be in.
15.
Wonderful seat for those folks in the VIP box.
8.
Great little profile piece on Ahmad Wazim before the game today.
2, 1.
Talking about his development both with bat and ball. Good opportunity to see what he can do tonight.
Not the start he was wanting anyway, Mel. To tell you, yeah, he is very, very competitive. Competitive nature from this guy. Seen him around the globe a bit. Backs himself. Does like bowling with the new ball, left arm orthodox, doesn't mind it.
It's probably more finger ball with the new ball rather than orthodox spin. He tries to keep the seam upright a lot of the time, not every time, and bowls wicket to wicket.
He bowls that sort of stuff. Batsmen come down and then they're suddenly deceived in the flight. Yeah, it's a nice bit of control. You feel better than the wide. Yeah, cramping. Shafiq.
It's almost saying that these days we've got the leg spin and off spin from sort of your one-day cricket and your test cricket, but these days there's a spinner and off spinner. You've got the finger spin. There's not a lot of revolutions going on that ball in your typical sense, is there?
It's just a drifter that he bowls, a finger ball. It's like an all-arm ball, all-time arm ball. Remember back in the day, back in the 80s, the off-spinners used to bowl with the seam upright and it just drifted in for the right hand, and that's what Imad Wasim bowled a lot in the Caribbean this year and against the West Indies here last year when they toured.
Yeah, heck of a skill, isn't it, for a spinner to start.
Running.
Yeah, a little clip. Yeah, I think that's why in international cricket Pakistan have missed Mohammad Hafiz in terms of white ball cricket starting off, because of all the right-arm off-spinners being under the microscope in recent times. Who do you think will win the match? Get on and tweet away at the PSL T20. So little changes in the field here because Shafiq is back on strike. Bowler and Kumar Sangakkara, discussions and tweak of the field.
Running.
Come on.
Bowling.
See, this style of spin bowling isn't really taught as much in England, Australia, New Zealand, South Africa. We're more traditional. Get your fingers up and over the spin ball, get some good revolutions on it, pivot on your front foot, all those sorts of things.
Running.
Doesn't always work. So it's interesting, the two different ways in which two different styles of areas or countries go about things. And I think probably because in the subcontinent you typically get turn off the pitch anyway, so you don't have to try and get it out of your action as much.
Running. Last ball.
A little shimmy and a little flick as well. Shafiq, cool and cool boundary to finish the second over, 13 without loss. Asked to bat first, the Kings. They mustered 159 for 8, courtesy of Babar Azam. That half century was the mainstay. Captain got 25. He's looking good too. So Pereira 3, Mills got a couple. Nawaz got on the list as well. So Sanger's just lining things up. You get the helmet out of the way. Don't want that being hit after a delivery. So we're going to have a bit of Sohail. A man with just one, so he's swapping this around like this, and maybe Mohammad Ayer just didn't feel quite right. Bowled well from this end last night, but maybe just changes up, swaps ends, or comes back in an over or two. And there's a lovely stroke to get things underway in over number 3.
Well, I like that. Hit it at the top of the rise. It's really well balanced. Sets himself early. Not a lot of foot movement across the line of the ball, but good hand-eye.
Just looking at the seam position as that ball went down, it just says to me that conditions are not suiting hooping swing. For some reason, or maybe the ball just isn't doing as much, because I see no change in the seam position from when I saw them swinging it a lot last night. The wrist positions are still good, it's just not swinging as much.
Catch! Oh, Pereira got rid of Gale like that in the first innings. Well, you pitch gurus and We're the legends. Maybe it's just a bit too cold tonight, Bish. Don't know, it's simple as that. Funny old game, isn't it? All the permutations or the variables about cricket. Pitch, the ball, guys release, where he releases on the crease, there's action, yeah. Humidity, lack of humidity, too cold. On the charge. Love this game. I reckon that's gone all the way. Maximin, thank you. Alim Dar.
Well, just 24 hours difference, isn't it? Swinging around out of the hand yesterday, and now it's just swinging off the bat all the way to the boundary. No movement. Look at the confidence. Meeting the ball early. And it's a safe shot.
Yeah, I wonder whether the Gladiators talked about this tonight before they came out to bat here, is to say, hey, we might have to be a bit more aggressive against these guys and throw them off their lengths because it might be shaping as it did last night. Not seeing that. And evidence tonight so far with Sohail with a few deliveries and Mohammad Amir. Nothing like last night in terms of swing. Catch, and catch them all. Get into the Pepsi Catcher Crow and be part of the winnings.
Running.
And first one down, you betcha. Pollard silences the crowd. First one down with a bit of bounce, and bowler gave him the stare as well. Shazad goes for just 11, 20, 3 for 1 here. Dignitaries up in the boxes. Chairman's suite. Yeah, there's the bounce. He was back and across.
Last ball.
Well, Pollard's never going to drop those, but more of it into the pitch length. Don't worry about the swing. It's about the seam and the bounce. Easy pickings for KP of the Kings, that is.
Running.
Still just the one slip. Here's the other KP, who's not quite ready. Got a couple of fiends down there playing in front of the side screen. Ah, funny that. It's a cricket match on, isn't there? Yeah, wonderful view down the ground. I wonder if that's one of the drone pilots. Met one of the Irishmen out the back. Oh, here we go. Yeah, liked it a lot. Nice little stare as a send-off. Don't need to say anything, just the glare. How's it carried? Oh, he's not sure. They're going to come across here. I think we'll get a soft signal, have to go upstairs for the TV umpire to make a decision. Review. So let's have a review. Soft signal, what does he think? Originally, not out. Yeah, Alim Dar says, I don't think it is. Rickshaw review. We'll go through the process. Let's have a look at the front foot. Oh, miles back. miles back from Sahel. Wide of the crease. Healthy edge from Peterson's blade. And, oh yes, got the fingers underneath. Let's keep looking at, oh yeah, nothing wrong with that, Sangers. You've still got it, buddy. Agility moving forward, they're never easy for keepers, particularly when you're nearly 40 years young. Great effort.
Well, he looked in doubt, Sangakkara, initially when he took it. He stood up and he was almost going to signal to the umpire. I thought, I'm not sure. But he's caught it very well. That's a big wicket. Peterson goes for a blub. 23-2, and it's hatched.
Go break.
Big moment in match 5, HBL PSL for 2017. Time for Riley Rousseau out of the Rainbow Nation. Young South African. He's become a Kolpak player, signed the deal. Spent a bit of time in the UK.
Running.
Oh, straight, beautifully played. There is protection in the form of Pollard. But Shafiq, he wants to be positive against Ahmad Wazim. Wide of the crease, like this a lot. Great seam presentation, and he was on the move, so he wasn't stable. Peterson, he wanted to be positive, wanted to go forward, but in a way he was never really there. To the pitch of the ball. Got the edge. Sangakkara not sure initially, but a healthy edge from that rhinoceros bat of his. Not sure, but hey, review said yeah, confirmed. He got the gloves, the fingertips underneath it. Did the captain. Rousseau can't get underway straight away.
We've seen some great catches already in this tournament. Darren Sammy being the pick of the bunch. But that catch by Sangakkara as a keeper coming forward, you mentioned it, Danny, very difficult, particularly when the ball's dying.
Running.
Keepers generally move laterally. So that all of a sudden when you're thinking you're going to move left or right and all of a sudden you've got to move forward. Complete change in body movement. And he's done it superbly well.
I'm going to pull your legs, Mill. I think we've seen a lot of good catches and one great catch.
But stop it.
Such a party pooper.
Well, when you're 6'6", built like a Greek god, you can. A little bit of tension there. Pensive looks from Moin Khan. Safraz, the captain of the Gladiators.
Running.
Just a couple of big fish straight away. Oh, and Riley Rousseau says, I want a piece of you, Ahmad Wazim. Yeah, give him a serve, Chief. Tell him what you think. And dignitaries galore. Owners and important men of the game.
Running.
Pakistan Super League. Straight up. Who wants it? God, it's gone all the way. The rope is in, but it's a maximum. Didn't get all of it. Yeah, the bowler can be rueful about it. It ends the over, 4 bowled, 30 for 2. Hat-trick ball. He's looked in command here, Shafiq, isn't he? I mean, he's not racing away with the score, but he's playing some shots and he's found the fielders. Here's the top edge. I thought was going to be gobbled on the boundary. Shoaib Malik, yeah, he did his best, but he was well over the boundary line, the boundary cushion. It was in substantially. Still a big boundary, folks. Gets it this time. He was over the rope in the previous over, but now he's at backward point. Qatar Airways high-flying catch. You better believe it. This was travelling. Shafiq has to go for just 11 as well. 30 for 3 now.
The catch is coming.
They do cloud seeding for some reason. 30 seconds. Back in 20.
Just above me.
Back. Zah. Here's the captain. Sarfraz Ahmed is out in the middle already at number 5, and we haven't had the power play done. On the drive.
Not really travelling, but just lobbed into the hands, I think.
Oh, that's a very good catch, though. They're sliced away. You've got to be very watchful of those. Stifled appeal. I think there's a bit of inside edge there.
Well, Bish has been swamped by people right throughout his career, but finally Danny Morrison gets his moment in the sun. There he is. Well, he was. He's just consumed by the crowd. Did you enjoy it, Danny?
I know Wilco did.
The boys did, that's for sure.
Just a heads up, we won't be doing that for the final, because I'll get eaten alive by these guys. I'll save it to him, the real gladiator there, out there. Oh, crazy.
This is what he looks like when he's sullen and when he's fully engaged in the action on the field, which is very rare for him. Two great men.
That was Chris Gayle and Viv Richards here. the two great men. Oh, Duckworth, Lewis method on screen at the moment. Pass scores 46 at the end of the 5th over. That's with 3 wickets down.
Come back well here in trying to defend 159, isn't it? It's so important phases of the game that the batting team have a good power play, but now they've lost 3 wickets here.
Yeah, well, Sangakkara mentioned that, didn't he, at the time? So they needed to have a good power play compared to their effort last night. So they've done that. These guys haven't. Gladiators got a bit of work on their hands to get up and track down 160 if they want to take out match 5. Last ball of the 5th. And it's Riley Rousseau up against Sohail. Wants to hustle and keep the strike. So a wicket and 2 off. 30, 2 for 3.
Go break. Need to get some chips and there's a bowling change. Pakistan will try for a minute break for you. 15 forward. World back in 10. World back at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. World is back. Kion forward comes. Another 24 Pakistan. 15. Stand by. Back in 10. 5, 4, crash running.
Right, Dr. Hassan Akbar Khan says, KP, I still believe in you, and you know that, and you will win PSL for Quetta this time. Is Dr. Hassan has got some magic potions? Has he got some magic? Thank you, Doctor. Here's one for you, Doctor. KP has had 14 noughts. 11. 9 of them have been Golden Ducks. 9 Golden Ducks, first ballers. Oh, a slip, and it's 4.
Fielding could be an issue. The outfield is a bit moist because of dew. But you've got to work hard and just tighten the grip over the ball. I think they usually tell you to catch the ball with soft hands or stop the ball with soft hands. On a tricky outfield, moist outfield, your grip has got to be better and little harder.
Running.
Babar Azam usually is a very good fielder, but missing that one.
It's a good run, isn't it? It's a really good run. Wanted it straight away.
Can do this in not exactly in singles, but without being rushed. 8.48 is the run rate required. HBL special box. Win a competition and be part of that box.
Interesting change of tactics from Karachi. I thought Amir bowled exceptionally well with the new ball yesterday. And they went with Ahmad Wasim. Well, they've got 3 wickets, but it's all been Sohail Khan. But yesterday we saw an exceptional swing from Amir.
Pepsi catcher box.
I'm just trying to find a reason in introducing a left armer, Mohammad Amir, at this stage. 3 wickets down. The Kings feel that this is the partnership that can hurt them, so let's get rid of either Sarfraz or Riley Rousseau, who was in good form the other day. So get your best bowler in. But if they are looking for wickets, they need a slip in place also, I think. And that's the way to go.
Last ball.
CricketGateway.com, you'll find it somewhere. It'll find you. International viewers all around the world. There's a marvellous game of rugby going on at the moment as well, I should tell you about. Kevin Peterson, he saw the funny side of it. CricketGateway.com.
We need to do 3 more. Running. Last ball.
No swing, but good line and leg. 6 gone, 39 for 3.
Go break. We need to do 3 more cricket gateways. 1 more, 2 more trips. 20. Box, and we are trying for minute break. 10 forward. Forward back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold this back. Another 30 forwards. 40 forward. 20 for Pakistan. 15. Back in 10. Back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back. Keon comes. CHPL.
All getting a little bit excited and excitable in the HBL box. Now then, Abra Ahmed.
Running.
Rousseau takes him on straight away. It's going to be a steep learning curve for the youngster. Rousseau will go at him.
Yeah, you mark certain bowlers against whom you can take a bit of risk and attack them. He's young, only playing his 2nd game, and first ball hit hard with the angle.
Running.
Aisha, thank you. New guy in Karachi Kings. Abra is so talented. His passion for the game is evident in his face. He's got a lot of potential.
Running.
Well, he has, hasn't he? Look, it's written in his face. He's got that stern expression.
We call him Harry Potter up here.
No, he's... It's the beanstalk. Well bowled. He's got good control though. You know, this is a... I mean, it's tough, isn't it? He's come in here. Only 20 years of age. He knows that these 2 batsmen are going to go at him. Rousseau will go at him. Ooh, he's clipped this away. Reverse sweep 4. That'll hurt. Last ball of the over. 49 for 3. Karachi Kings 159 for 8. Babar Azam with a 50, a very well compiled 50. Isra Pereira 34, Gladiators 49 for 3.
Ball by ball action.
Right, Sarfraz on strike. He's had 7 deliveries. He's going to have to start thinking about looking for some runs here. Just 3 from 7.
Running.
Cricketgateway.pk in Pakistan. You know where we are. And Ravi Bopara. He's got a whole box of tricks as well. Had a 6 for 16 in charge of load the trucks here.
Had a wonderful PSL1 with the ball, especially. Got a little bit of tail in and those slow ones.
Oh, no chance for the keeper. Little edge there, very nicely done.
cricketgateway.com for international views. And then there's obviously this fabulous offer for the crowds. Catch the ball and catch a crore. It's a Pepsi catch a crore. Chance to win or be part of a 1 crore paycheck.
Now, Rambo, I've been, I've learned a few things, and I want to say this to you. Tum is nae hairstyle men, bilkul javan lage lagre hey ho. I think the short hair. Yes?
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure. Very young with your new hair.
I know.
It's just,
I'm a natural.
Yeah. He's a natural. Look, well, there we are. Look at those. Marvellous. Ever worn one of those?
Yes, actually I have. When you go to the northern part of Pakistan, you get these caps. What are they called? The Pathani caps, was it?
Wear them in Quetta as well. Keep you nice and warm. Alan?
We wear those in Wales right now. They look great. What are they called, you said? What are they called?
Not too sure about what they're called. The woolen caps, so they don't have a name. I don't know. I'm sorry to disappoint you.
Running.
It's called a pakul. A pakul. What's that?
So Danny is pagal and this is pakul. That's a turban. That's a turban that you wear. It's very much a Punjabi cap.
Running. Last ball.
Got away with a wide ball. That was almost like a free hit then. 55 for 3.
Go break. 4, 3, 2, 1. Everyone's back. Here comes.
Quetta, 55 for 3.
Running.
105 needed from 12. Kevin Peterson, first baller today. Now, Kieran Pollard.
Running.
Rousseau on strike.
They've got a couple of deceptive bowlers. One in Pollard, the other one, Ravi Bopara. Can frustrate you with variations. He's pretty similar to Bopara. A little taller. And McLaren not playing. Riley Rousseau holds the key to this run chase. That's hit hard into the gap. Is a sweet timer of the ball and effortlessly done. How well he read this.
Pollard giving him length. Did come down the track and created doubt in Pollard's mind, who's just dropped it a little short, given him the length to drag it leg side. And he's picked the gap.
He's batting a lot better than his first innings. A lot more confident and balance is a lot better.
Just seems as if Sangakkara has realised that the ball's not spinning and he's gone to his, well, makeshift, or couldn't call them part-timers, but medium pacers who take the pace off the ball rather than spin, just for that extra control. I don't think that the ball's gripping and turning for the spinners, so he's just gone for the safer option.
Sohail 3 for 12 in his 2 overs. Two is the call from Sarfraz, and that's being ambitious.
Out.
99 needed from 68. Here's the Twitter question for you at the PSL T20. Who do you think will win the match? Vote now. Vote, get your vote. Who's going to win this match? Quetta chasing. It's going to be a stiff target. 99 from 68.
Well, the run rate is less than 9, so you back the chasing side. I think Riley Rousseau's knock really will be important. Sarfraz, we know, is a fighter. Well, it's a no ball. I think the fielder didn't make it in the circle in time, so that's the reason why it's been called as a no ball and a free hit as a result. It didn't go down too well with the fielding side. It's a bit like football in tennis, Wilco. The players don't like that call.
No, they really don't, and that's harsh, isn't it?
Right.
So we got a free hit. And it goes into just over the player's dugout.
From Pollard. Yeah, pitched up, slow one. Hitting straight back for a 6. Once again, lovely piece of timing. And he's got the angles covered.
Last ball.
So if one of those players had got that ball, would he have got a share in the crore?
They've all got crores, Bazir, don't worry about it. The crore patis.
Pepsi catch.
Yeah, Pepsi catch a crore. money will be equally distributed amongst the guys who catch the ball in the crowd.
Running.
Great flat 6 from Rousseau. Well, he's playing just as he did in the first match. Marvellous clean hitting this, 74 for 3. What a good clean blow this was.
Yeah, full toss, and Riley Rousseau didn't need another invitation. A little dink first, a dummy soul to ball at, but that little mistake from Karachi Kings of not having enough fielders in the circle cost him dearly that previous over.
So 86 now required from 11 overs.
See, this is where Ravi Bopara can be difficult to handle, because he can bowl that seam-up delivery and follow it with an off-cutter or leg cutter. So you're never in against him, always guessing what kind of delivery is going to bowl to you.
Running.
Could have to be a wide. Just slanting it down the leg side.
With fine leg up in the ring, I think Sarfraz should have had a go at it rather than leaving it for a wide.
Running.
He's not a big striker of the ball, not a big hitter, wants to just put the ball in the gap and run hard. Nine from 15 balls. I think he needs a big striker almost every time, Sarfraz. He is busy at the crease, which is great. He'll look to rotate the strike consistently. Never a dull moment when he's batting. It's just that he needs to improve his big shots. Those 4s and 6s he need if he is slotted to come at 6 or 7.
Q-Mobile's selfie moment, plenty of them. Now the run rate is 8 and over, and the required run rate is 8 and over. 84 wanted from 63.
Rousseau 40 of 21. Time in the middle in the first game, and it's now he's taking full toll of that. He's in form and hitting the ball superbly well.
I never quite get tired of seeing that lovely sight over the lights and the sprawling motorways of Dubai. The HBL drone cam. Roads look a bit quiet.
Ravi, gotta watch your field, bud.
Right, 83 required from 62.
Running. Last ball.
Got to make sure that they don't leak singles to Sarfraz. That'll force him to play a different hand. right now is quite happy to just take that single and expose the strike to the left-hander. Rilee Rossouw in terrific form, strike rate of 186. Look at him run. Extremely fit. He wanted second. Safar said no. And I think he made the correct call as well. After 10, it's 79 for 3.
Go break. Everyone's back. Here comes.
81 required from 60 deliveries. And a bright period, sparkling period for Quetta Gladiators. This last 5 overs have brought them 47 runs and they haven't lost a wicket. The power play cost them 3 wickets for 39. Shoaib Malik didn't have a great night with the ball yesterday. .50 partnership comes up. At a good pace of just 37 deliveries between Sarfraz and Rossouw.
It's been a little lopsided in the contribution. Well, it was so 38 from just the 19 deliveries. A strike rate of 200. Good support there from the skipper though as well. Sometimes that's just the way partnerships go.
A bit of work, but to tell you what, Rossouw in this sort of nick, looking in command. The lefty. Funnily enough, I'm going to have to take them on as my team. The Gladiators, Quetta. Ah, yes. Fans out there, I love Quetta. Going with you guys.
Gladiators aren't supposed to get swamped by crowds, aren't they? Supposed to stand tall, fight them off. You were eaten alive.
Well, that's what happens when you're a hobbit. Eaten alive indeed. I was going to jump up. Director asked me, could you just jump up, get that helmet off and leap up and have a little jump for joy? No. You're going to come second.
Running.
In the gap as well. And Shoaib Malik admonishes himself. Another boundary. Really making this comfortable for themselves at the moment, Quetta.
Well, it's a massive call, isn't it, for Shoaib Malik to come on, particularly because he didn't bowl well the other night. He's come on in a phase of the game where 2 players are well set. Great footwork gets deep in the crease. So big challenge here for Malik to bowl well.
And if they continue at the pace that they're going, Mel, Sarfraz and Rossouw, for the next 4.2 overs, and they're still there with 5 overs to go, it makes it comfortable for them, just 30 odd or something like that if they keep their pace up in the last 5. So who can Karachi turn to find a wicket? Who can give them that breakthrough?
It's a good question. I suppose also is the thought is that bowling combination to get the wicket as well. Maybe it's not just the one guy, but you need to find some sort of combination that's just going to stem the run flow a little bit, create some pressure, build it up.
That's you.
88 for 3.
Go break.
Riley Russo has gone well again. He played very well in the first game for the Quetta Gladiators yesterday. 46 from just 26. He's playing with a lot more freedom early. He came in a difficult situation for them yesterday. He had to really be circumspect early on and then blasted towards the end. Got them to 136, which was match winning.
3 for Sahel. Spinners. He's had a couple as Mohamed Amir, so he's still got a dozen deliveries up his sleeve. So Sahel. Spinners. Chopping and changing a bit there is Sangakkara. Got to 159, been asked to bat first. Gladiators, well, nicely balanced. Lose Rousseau. There'll be a few nervous fellows in the Gladiators dugout.
Abra Ahmed back into the attack. Inauspicious first over, into a second now. Call is for 2. And Sarfraz is so busy he will get there for the second easily.
He's quick between the wickets. Really good call off the bat as well, which is important. Also the communication as well. Speaking of communication, best way to watch it if you're in Pakistan, cricketgateway.pk or through PSL T20, and then international viewers, cricketgateway.com.
I'm wondering right now if you'll have to go back to Mohamed Amir. He hasn't bowled as well tonight, but he's bowled 2 overs, and he is one of the experienced frontline guys. Also, Sohail Khan, who's picked up the 3 wickets to fall.
Yeah, I'm with you there, Bish, because you want to jump in now. Like you said, if they keep going along like this for the next couple of overs, they'll do it in a canter, particularly if they don't lose wickets. I think they've got to be proactive here and get on the front foot and get those that are bowling well. So Hale's already taken 3. Confidence is high.
Now the name of the game, keep saying about runs, it's about wickets. Any form of cricket. And they have to dislodge these 2. One of them very shortly, and particularly Rousseau, because he's set. 1 away from a half century, and Sarfraz is one heck of a talent. Saw Sarfraz get 100 against Australia here in a test match at this very venue in late 2014. I'll tell you what, the Aussies were most impressed. He could hit it anywhere when he wanted to. He got it at a decent clip.
That's his 50.
Half century to Riley Rousseau. Get the truck out and rev it up. Slick 6 out there. And so is Riley Rousseau with a salute to the dressing room.
What's so impressive about that, it's back-to-back half centuries, but more so 2 completely different innings in 2 completely different situations. So he is showing that he can bat to situations and adapt himself to the game.
He's found the gap. So boundaries leaking, and Sangakkara must now surely think about going to one of his frontline seamers. 97 for 3. I think Sangakkara and his men will appreciate this, the Karachi Kings, to have the cool strategic timeout right now to reassess and discuss.
Go break. You've started the clock very early. 2 minutes. Back in 30.
The end of the cool strategic timeout, and Riley Russo has been going well. He's backed up his 60 from yesterday with another half century today. Let's go down to Zainab.
Yes, I've got with me Tamal Mills, which is the right way to pronounce it as per Tamal. Tamal, well done on your performance. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, good. I'm happy with how it went. Again, I think we bowled pretty well. Obviously, 160 is a gettable score on this wicket. So the boys are going well so far. Riley's batting really well, so hopefully we see it home.
How do you feel being part of PSL?
Yeah, good. My first time here. Always nice to come to Dubai. I've been made really welcome by everybody at Quetta, and there's a really good vibe around the place. The cricket's really good as well, which always helps. So, obviously only 2 games in so far, but I'm sure it's going to be a great tournament.
You've done really well in T20 cricket. Talk us through your wickets.
Today? Obviously I mixed up my pace, tried to as much, got a wicket. The guy opening the batting hit me for a few boundaries at the start, so I knew he was going to be coming hard at me, so I bowled him a slow ball and he hit it straight up in the air, so luckily I caught that. And then at the end, bowled. I know Ravi really well. Me and Ravi played with each other in England for Essex, so bowled him a bumper, and luckily he hit it straight to the man.
Now, the slow ball is your weapon, as to whatever we've seen. How difficult is it to bowl that?
You got to practice it. I think you just got to commit to it. I think that's probably the hardest thing. Some guys don't always commit to it. So, I trust it. As you said, it's probably my biggest weapon and my best ball. So, you're going to get hit for 6 and 4 sometimes. That's just the way cricket is. But, I just trust myself to execute it and just bowl it as hard as I can.
All right. Thank you so much for your time and all the best.
Thank you very much.
Tamal Mills giving us some insight into his bowling armoury. I think you can trust your weapons once you've practiced them enough. If you haven't practiced them enough, it's hard to trust and build confidence in it.
Running.
And that slower ball that we do see him bowl out of the back of the hand, that's one you do need to practice so much. You spoke about it before, Bish, about how supple you need to be able to get your shoulder and wrist position in the right area. It's probably one of the harder ones to get out consistently well and land. Just keep an eye on Sohail here too. Just seemed to be grabbing at the top of his right hamstring there.
Running.
Beautifully played, past mid-off to his left. What an innings this is from Riley Russo. 100 up for the Gladiators.
Seen a lot of Riley Rousseau over the years. He's standing tall here tonight. On the charge, the little change up from Sahale. Meets it early and slaps it back from the bowler. Slower ball. Waited just enough on the charge. Did Rousseau. Popped it right where he wanted to. Straight for 4.
Yeah. Yes.
I think Riley Rousseau can't believe that it wasn't given a wide. Fair enough too.
Yeah. And Gibson.
Bish need a step ladder to drive. Say that to me in the Caribbean. That one. A big full ladder to reach it.
But Naveed, we were short in personing, so
Just the fact that Sohail Khan has come back, then it just says that the Karachi Kings really do need a wicket.
Right.
Whether they go to Amir from the next end as well is left to be seen.
Last one.
Well, if anything for the Karachi Kings, this might just rattle Riley Rousseau up a little bit for the fact that he hasn't got what he wanted, which is probably 2 wides. He seems pretty strong in his mind anyways, but they need to do something here, the Kings. What's Sahale got now? Can he get through the defences? And the guy is in some pretty good form.
The third man and fine leg up, long off and long on in position. Really good change of pace. 103 for 3.
Go break. Naveed. So 1 leg straight. 1 Pepsi.
Well, by over 7, the Worms were pretty much neck and neck. And then just in the last little bit, the last 6 overs, the Gladiators have just moved forward a little bit. No wickets on that line either has certainly helped. And that man on screen has been a very big part of it.
It's a real loss for South Africa. They're getting a good view of Riley Russo from the HBL box. Left international cricket Riley Russo and is going to be UK's Danny Morrison, I suppose, earlier. His last ODI game, he scored 100 in October last year. I think it's against the Aussies. Really good talent at age 27. He's going to make is it Hampshire? Even if he struggles in his first season, I think he'll be a very good acquisition to the county cricket game. Bopara. Smacked very well, beautifully from Safraz.
I love this game and love this right-handed captain. Rousseau now, his little cameo, carving it everywhere. Half century, he just steps on the gas. He's striking at 157. Extraordinary. Once again, a left-hand, right-hand combination doing the trick in this fabulous format. You often see sides where batsmen have to be flexible to bat anywhere in the order, particularly between 3 down to about 7. And if you've got the luxury of having left and right-handers sprinkled throughout your top and middle, such an advantage.
And 2 completely different styles of players as well. So left hand, right hand, the way in which they go about it is completely different. Makes it tougher for the bowlers. And I love the energy between them too, particularly the running between wickets. They're not the type that just go, right, I'll just take the easy one to the outfield. They put pressure on the outfielders all the time. They're trying to force some errors so they can turn ones into twos.
Kings, can they get a double breakthrough? They desperately need it. Opara, the subtle little changes. Bag of wickets, didn't he, in Sharjah last PSL? Got a 6-for. Different surface, of course, there in Sharjah as opposed to this one. Viv's very chilled. Taking it quietly. There's no charging around the dugout and high-fiving.
Running.
Probably a bit worn out from the other game. Yeah, one of the greats in T20 cricket, Ravi B.
Last one.
Change of length, change of pace, all very subtle. And then he slips in a quicker one occasionally, not so tonight. And a truckload of these.
Running. Last one.
Pace off the ball, the key.
How was that?
No, that's your
111 for 3.
go break. So now maybe the soul can get some gateway. 15. Back in 10. Back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here comes. Comes Nikion, here back. Yeah.
Owner of the Quetta Gladiators, Mr. Nadeem Omar, and he'll be pretty pleased with the way that his team have positioned themselves at the moment. Had a good win yesterday too, and got to the finals in PSL 1. Mohamed Amir back to try to prize out someone.
Running.
Mid off, in position, long on.
Oh, is it almost too late, isn't it? They've almost got the option here of, I'm not just saying sit back. They'll try and hit as many runs as they possibly can, but even if they get away with an over of, 7 off it, they're still well ahead.
Running.
Have a little bit of tail in or just angle that last ball.
Whatever it was quite slippery. Yeah, that angle was carrying on. Searching for the old Sandshoe crusher. Going to come around here, Mohamed Amir. Change of angle, right-hander on, skipper up.
Running.
Go wide, spear it in possibly.
Sarfaraz's hands through the ball is just lovely to watch. The way in which he just opens the blade to find the gaps. means that he can either blast it through to the boundary for 4 if he isn't quite in position. He can get in position so he can hit for 2. Again, he finds some gaps in the field so he can hustle back for 2.
Yeah, pressure on the field, and it was Pollard who's one of the best in the business out there at long on. And yet his throw was mid-pitch. Had to pick up and fire it quickly and was off target. Such is the nature of Rousseau and Safra's partnership. 86 from 64. In cruise control at the moment are the Gladiators.
Almost sold down the river there by Safraz. Seemed to have gotten back in time. He'll just go upstairs and double check. He's not surrendered. No white flag waving there from Riley Rousseau.
It was just about the interpretation of Urdu with the call from the skip. Yeah, safe. Yeah. All comfortable there. Qatar Airways decision. Flying on in. Eno. There was a little bit of heart in the mouth for a moment.
Last ball.
That's a look of what are we going to do here?
Pepsi Catchakaror.
We're in strife. And I need something. I need a wicket. That's what I need. Who can I turn to? They're all there ready. Turn to the crowd for the Pepsi Catchakaror. I tell you what, there's a bit of money to be won there. $100,000 you can share in. They're just warming their hands up there. They're feeling confident.
$15 overs completed, 118 for 3.
Go break. Pakistan will try for a minute break for you. World back at 10. 5 forward, 4, 3, 2, 1. World is back. And Kyon forward comes. Yeah, world is back.
This should be straightforward. Quetta need 42 of 30 balls. Partnership.
50.
Kind of a match-winning partnership now.
Stand by to pause.
88 from 66.
Pakistan back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Everyone's back. Continue counts.
This is an intelligent partnership. In a run-chasing event, you can get panic attacks at times, but they've looked smooth and in control. 58 from 40 is Riley Rousseau, just carrying on his good form through in this game, and the captain is playing a captain's innings. His strike rate improving, over 100 now.
Come on!
Excellent running. I think they've beaten the field with some brilliant piece of running. Every now and then you see the frustration creeping in. There you see him diving full length and beating Sangakkara in the act. Yeah, he wanted it to throw not a loopy throw, but get it on the ground, on the bounce, because the ball would skid because of the dewy conditions.
Running.
How good is that? Oh, that's well done. That's great piece of cricket. Great shot, great field.
Imad was seen with a wonderful effort there at mid-off. It was hit very, very hard. Got it right in the middle, and he saved 2 runs there.
Running.
chocolate block.
Oh, that's punished. Off the back foot. He's having a blast out there now, Sarfraz. He likes such situations. He wants to challenge himself. And every now and then you see him play such knocks. Real captain's innings from Sarfraz.
Nobody's stopping that. Slow delivery in the zone, in the slot. Hammered through the offside. Extra cover, taking a peppering.
Well, that's the highest partnership now for Quetta for any wicket in the PSL, and how valuable this is. 95, the partnership from 69 deliveries.
Running. Running.
So required rate 7.85. That's punished off the back foot. I think Kings looked to be in control when the bowling effort started. 3 wickets in no time for the pacer. Sohail Khan swung the ball, got the results, but then Riley Russo produced a fantastic innings under pressure. Did cave in to the pressure of follow wickets, has carried on in his merry way, and he's got strong temperament. Viv Richards was raving about his temperamental skills. That's hit hard, slide and a stop.
That's you.
It's 129 for 3.
Go break.
Bopara usually is miserly, but he's gone for 30-4 without picking up a wicket. So that's where Quetta Gladiators have been smart, not giving him a wicket. Gladiators couldn't find, the Kings couldn't find another gear after a wonderful start and couldn't pick up wickets. Just 3 wickets down in a partnership of 99. So this is the status of the game. Karachi Kings 159 for the loss of 8. Gladiators are running away with the show, 129 for 3 of 16. It's 31 now, 24 balls. Sohail Khan, the pick of the bowlers, 3 for 18. Riley Russo, outstanding batting once again, 60 from 42. Sarfraz, 42 of 34.
Always felt that Kings were about maybe 15-20 runs short, and during that innings you think that they hadn't gone hard enough and they needed something special in the field. Well, Sohail Khan delivered that something special, but still partnership for Russo and Sarfraz means that they're well in the driving seat. The only wicket taker, Sohail Khan.
I guess they needed a little bit more from Mohammad Amir with the new ball. Sadakat Hussain says Sarfraz and Russo taking the match away from Karachi very quickly, and he's right.
Running.
Yeah, well, he allowed it to to possibly hit the stumps. Ball missing the stumps, and it's the 100-run partnership. Quetta first ever 100-run effort. Viv likes it. Still managing to stay awake. Inside edge. Imad Wasim is not a big spinner of the ball, but he can be extremely accurate, so hitting him down the ground is the key.
It's the tempo of this partnership that has just... It's just made Karachi fight so hard. So just 28 needed from 22. Just the 4 boundaries for Sarfraz Ahmed, but what he's done, he's given the sense of confidence from the non-striker's end to Rousseau, who's been able to have almost a free license to play the way he has.
Come on! One hit, man, one hit, one hit.
Karachi are on the brink of losing their second consecutive match here. 2 out of 2 will it be? The much vaunted batting lineup, the likes of Chris Gayle, Sangakkara, Kieron Pollard in the side. You've got some of the biggest names in the world playing in this team, and they still haven't found the winning formula. It's not over yet, but the way that Rousseau has handled this, has marshalled this innings. Just 26 required from 20.
Seems to have a good batting mind, Riley Rousseau. A lot of singles, a lot of boundaries as well. His batting has been a nice mix. Running between the wickets has been a special feature of this player. That's hit back. Got the toe end of the bat and earns in 2. Yeah, he dives full length. Sarfraz escapes that rocket throw from Kieron Pollard.
Last one.
Wanted to deposit this over mid-wicket. Full length dive in the end, but it's been terrific. The running's been terrific. Both of these men have run superbly throughout this partnership. That's been a feature.
That's an easy shot. That's gone. It hit the fence on the full. Imad Wasim quick through the air and delivering a full toss on the pads to a guy who's in great touch. Sarfraz gets a 50. About 18 off 18, just 6 and over now. Partnership of 112 from just 78, and we've seen a lot of good batting from both Sarfraz and Riley Rousseau running between the wickets. Just gives a peep into their mindset, what they're thinking as a unit, trying to convert a single into 2, desperate dives and all kind of stuff. Kumar Sangakkara, well, he's got a lot on his plate. Got to make them start thinking about winning again. Karachi Kings didn't have a good time of it last year. Yeah, it took a good cash. Wasn't 100%. Maybe, maybe not. Sangakkara was in two minds whether they'd taken it cleanly or not. So the case was referred and it was a clean catch. Termed as a clean catch and clearly was one.
Running.
Desperate to get a wicket and get something going. Sangakkara appealing profusely. Very vocal behind the stumps.
Desperate for something. Knows that Karachi Kings now staring at their second consecutive defeat. Slow bouncer. And just goes through to him, and Sangakkara really desperate at this stage.
Snickermeter. All trade.
Running.
Bouncer, that's gone up in the air and falls short of the fielder. Shoaib Malik just gave up very early in the piece here. Foxed him with a good quick bouncer, Mohammad Amir.
Yeah, the slow bouncer first and then the actual bouncer, the quicker bumper. Almost carrying to Shoaib Malik. Alan's a bit disappointed because if Karachi Kings have won today, then there'd be uniformity in the table and everybody would have won one game each. But it seems as if that's not going to happen.
Running.
Do you want to explain that one to me? I see. I think I follow you.
You love your uniformity.
Uniformity.
University, boy, uniformity, all that.
You need to get to bed. You need some sleep. Bazid Khan has officially lost the plot. And they've only had 3 days of cricket for this HBL PSL. He hasn't been right since he's been on Twitter, Rambo.
You forced him. You're the culprit. Now you're cribbing. Stop it.
Yes.
Two is the call. Sarfraz. It is Pollard and pulls it off. Somehow he pulls it off again. Pollard misses the target. Yeah, it was miscued. Look at Sarfraz. Oh, he would have been out by a mile. And Survev is happy. Survev is happy. Great running once again. He's not happy that not being given wide. Now, there's a bit of drama at the non-striker's end. So Sarfraz is not entirely convinced because he had walked out of the crease. And I think he probably thought that it was a dead ball. I'm not too sure what happened, but he's clearly disappointed. Is he out? Is he out? Oh, he's made it. He has made it, I think. Yeah, that bat is over the line. Just about half an inch over. What do you think, guys?
No, he's in. Bat's in. He's done well here. And the bat is behind the line.
Qatar Airways
Last one.
Decision pending, and it's not out. Very quick, Sarfraz.
Running, last one.
Got back in no time. Oh, that's gone. That's gone for 4. Fine leg up in the ring. Even it had been pushed back, it would still have been the same result. 150 for the loss of 3. 2 overs left. Complemented each other brilliantly. Riley Russo, every time is called for an extra run, or every time there's a possibility even of a half a run, he's been in.
Chinese cut always gets you a boundary. Most effective shot in T20 cricket.
Running.
He's had a good outing, Sohail Khan.
Number 2 now, eh?
3 wickets with the new ball. Right, follow HBL PSL 2017. Twitter, PSL-T20.com, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. And Wilco knows them all. He's on Facebook, he's on Instagram, he's on Twitter. He's a YouTube fan as well.
Running.
Still getting it to seem about 13 dots in his spell, 19 runs given for, and he took 3 wickets. So economy is very impressive, 5.43. But he got no help from the other end.
Running.
Calls for 2. Riley Russo takes the plunge. That's fantastic piece of running and anticipation. He's been receptive. Every time he's called for 2 or 3 or asked him to take a bit of risk, he's offered his services. Have a look at this running from Riley Russo. He had to get to the danger end, and the pressure got the better of the fielder. It was Shoaib Malik who misfielded.
Second highest partnership now in the PSL after the Sharjeel Shane Watson partnership of 153 last year. Much slower delivery.
Last ball. Running, last ball. That's you.
So 4 runs of 6 balls, 156 for the loss of 3.
Go break. Back in. 2, 1. You're back. Keon comes.
And then tomorrow there will be only one match. Zalmi taking on Lahore Qalandars. Should be a good contest. Lahore Qalandars have looked good. Won today. Peshawar Zalmi. Well, we know what they can do. Got loads of potential and plenty of fans to G them up. 2100 hours, Pakistan Standard Time. So even with a record-breaking partnership of 126, Karachi Kings have dragged the Gladiators to the last over. Anything can happen. We know that Pollard can be a tricky proposition with his variations and all. I hope he doesn't bowl that kind of delivery.
Running.
Yeah, just warning him. Yeah. Just a polite reminder. I'm watching you.
Running.
Oh, that is it. Full toss, put away beautifully by the guy who's led this charge elegantly. It's Riley Russo who provides Moin Khan and his team with relief and another win. They are the team to watch out for in this HBL PSL edition 2. Great partnership that gave them first lift and then a win.
Fantastic victory for Quetta and really professional run chase, if you could call it that. Riley Russo carrying on from his first game and Sarfaraz Ahmed just giving him the support needed. But Quetta Gladiators, they slip under the radar, but they find ways to keep on winning. Even the first PSL, they won and got into the final. Here again, they've not got those big players, marquee players, but they still find their way and know how to win. Karachi Kings will be disappointed. 2 losses on the trot. Bowled well, started off well, but just couldn't finish the job. I think maybe 20 runs short with the bat. But all in all, Quetta Gladiators ruled the roost.
3, 2, 1. Everyone's back and continue comes.
Yeah, Riley Russo with a fantastic innings and Quetta Gladiators romped home.
Seem to be the team to follow in this year's HBL PSL, winning both their contests and looking good. I will now introduce the presentation party. Mr. Ehsan Idris, he's CEO, Blitz and official broadcasting partner of HBL PSL. Mr. Aftab Afzal, GM Operations HBL UAE. Mr. Khaja Zain Sikka, Director, Brighto Paints. Mr. Nadeem Umar, Quetta Gladiator franchise owner. And of course, the great Sir Vivian Richards, team mentor, Quetta Gladiator. Right. The most colourful innings. May I invite Sarfraz Ahmed to please come forward and sign the ball for the Nestle Fruta Vital Fan of the Match. And for his colourful innings, he will receive a cash award of $2,500 also. Sarfraz Ahmed, Mr. Sikka will present the award. And now to the Man of the Match award winner, Riley Russo, for producing yet another brilliant innings under pressure. May I first invite him to receive the cap named after Hanif Mohammad. He now becomes the leading run scorer for HBL PSL. Sir Vivian to give him the cap. Right then, Riley, there's the Q Mobile selfie moment next. Yeah. Yeah. Right, the Swarovski Rising Star HBL PSL Man of the Match trophy to be presented by Mr. Ehsan Idris to Riley Russo. And Mr. Aftab Afzal will present the HBL Man of the Match award of $4,500. Fantastic. Job done. Can we talk now? Come, Riley. Last but not the least, another wonderful effort. You'd be happy with how things are shaping up?
Definitely. We've got a good bunch of guys, and we put in a good bowling performance on the field there today, and we thought it was enough to chase down, and inevitably it was. So thank you. You
know, you've got a quiet fan in Sir Vivian Richards. He feels that you've got an excellent temperament.
Well, that's definitely a compliment coming from the best, so I just hope I live up to those expectations.
Yeah. So what was the real challenge today?
Was just taking it deep. I think we lost a couple of early wickets, and myself and the skipper, Safras, we batted really well together, and just kept on the momentum and kept on going, and that was key.
Yeah, and the other key was running between the wickets. You guys were fabulous.
Yeah, look, I don't think we're going to do any fitness this week. We're going to take this week off, but it was good. Good running.
Yeah, fantastic innings. Well done. Well played.
Thank you very much.
Man of the Match award winner Riley Russo. May I invite Kumar Sangakkara to please come forward? Well, Kumar, not yet hit the bullseye. Are you getting any closer?
Yeah, I thought the start was a bit better. Probably left it 20 runs too short. We bowled well again in the power play. I thought both Sohail Khan and Amir did a great job with Imad Wasim. But really couldn't make inroads in the middle, and Riley batted beautifully.
Yeah, I mean, that partnership really took the game away from you guys.
Yeah, we needed one more wicket there, really, to put any pressure on them. We bowled well in patches. They also ran really well between the wickets, which was a key difference between them and us. Probably a bowler short for us, but let's see how it goes. We've got a few more games to go.
Yeah. Do you think you can toy a little bit with the batting order? I mean, send somebody in who's in better touch in the middle order, someone who can be a bit of a pinch hitter, I guess?
Well, I don't think pinch hitters really work that well. It's been tried and tested and probably rarely used anymore. We've got a great batting lineup. We had Polly batting really high up today with a lot of overs to go. Unfortunately, we probably could have probably pushed a bit more in the power play, but it was not to be.
All right, okay. Better luck next time, Sangha.
Thank you.
Right, the losing captain Kumar Sangakkara, now to the winning captain Sarfraz Ahmed. आप कमाल करते जा रहे हैं।
मुझे बस अल्लाह ताला का शुक्र है, अल्लाह ताला परफॉर्मेंस के लिए उसका जितना भी शुक्र अदा करूँगा मैं।
जो आपने रन बिटवीन विकेट्स की, उससे पता चलता है एक माइंड रीड करने में मदद मिलती है, एक टीम कैसे फाइट कर रही है, कैसे डेस्परेट है कि 1 को 2 बनाए, 2 को 3 बनाए। तो यही आप इनको सिखाने की कोशिश करें, यही मंत्र है आपके नज़र में जो आपको मैचेस जिताएगा?
लेकिन रमेश भाई, ज़रूरी नहीं होता हर वक्त आपको जो है 6 चौके मारने पड़ते हैं, बाज़ वक्त आपको विकेट पे स्टे भी करना पड़ता है और सिंगल डबल से भी काम चलाना पड़ता है। तो आज यही कोशिश थी, जिस तरह हमारे आउट हो गए थे जल्दी 3, तो मेरी कोशिश यही थी कि रोस्टो के साथ विकेट पे स्टे करूं और रनिंग बिटवीन द विकेट करता रहूं। तो हमारे पास यही कोशिश थी कि अगर आखिर में विकेट रहेंगी तो ये रन इजीली चेज हो जाएंगे, क्योंकि पिच बहुत अच्छा था बैटिंग के लिए। तो बस यही कोशिश थी कि आखिर तक रहें और इंशाल्लाह चेज हो जाएगा।
अगर आप किसी यंग खिलाड़ी को कोई मशवरा देना चाहते हैं बैटिंग के हिसाब से, तो आपकी नज़र में जैसे आप बैटिंग करते हैं, ये प्रेशर को डिफ्लेक्ट करना या क्रंच मोमेंट्स पे हिम्मत ना हारनी और इंटेलिजेंट बैटिंग, ये किस तरह से ये चीज़ें हासिल हो सकती हैं? प्रैक्टिस से या कि एक्सपीरियंस से? क्या बताएंगे उन्हें?
देखिए रमेश भाई, मेरे लिए तो ये कहना थोड़ा सा मुश्किल हो जाएगा, लेकिन यही अपने बड़ों से यही सीखा है। सरविफ थे, मोइन भाई थे, उनका यही कहना था कि आप विकेट पर स्टे करते रहो, आखिर तक जाते रहो। बस कोशिश यही कहूँगा कि अगर विकेट जल्दी गिर भी जाएँ, 8 रन का एवरेज, 9 रन का एवरेज आजकल थोड़ा ईजी हो जाता है अगर आप विकेट पे स्टे करें, रनिंग बिटवीन द विकेट जारी रखें। तो अगर आखिर तक खेलेंगे तो आजकल जिस तरह की पिचेस हो गई हैं, अगर आप बल्ले पे बॉल बहुत अच्छा आ रहा होता है, तो अगर विकेट पे स्टे करेंगे तो रन ईजिली चेज हो जाएंगे।
आपको बहुत मुबारक हो, बहुत आला खेल रही है आपकी टीम।
थैंक यू रमेश भाई, थैंक यू।
Sarfraz Ahmed, the winning captain, and thank you gentlemen for your presence, and that is what we have from the presentation down here as well.
Yes, a very, very good game of cricket that. Danny Morrison is alongside. We've rescued him from the crowd.